Hey there, welcome to day 2782 of What Shipped You Know. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. This is a place where I document my journey, share my lessons learned, the good, the bad, the ugly, because our lives have some of all of that in them. Mine is no exception. Well, today and all this month, we're talking about spiritual health, spiritual well-being in our life, in the Be a Better You annual challenge, as well as in our Supersize Your Business group. Why? Because as much as no one talks about it or thinks about it, except for, I'd say, kingdom-based businesses and those that actually share their spiritual focus and orientation, the vast majority of businesses don't even think about it, much less talk about it, mention it, or use it as to their competitive advantage in their business. And it is definitely a competitive advantage because so many businesses aren't even considering that they are spiritual entities, as are all of the people that make up the business. So today we're talking about intuition and how do we experience intuition? How do we know what that sixth sense is? How does it feel in our body? How is it impacted, and how does it impact our decision making and how we show up in the world, both as individuals and as part of organizations? Because we're all part of some types of organizations. At least the vast majority of us are. So we talked about ways to tap into and increase your awareness of your intuition, because we all have it, whether we believe it or not. We know when we meet somebody that just feels off to us, even as children. I mean, we're born with this sixth sense, and it's whether we use it or not and pay attention to it that will develop it and have it be stronger in our lives. Like I have had some really bad both personal and business experiences as a result of not listening to my gut and my intuition. Made some bad choices and bad decisions. And, we never know they're bad decisions and bad choices until after bad things start happening because of the choice or the decision we made. But we all do them, and that's how we learn what works for us and what doesn't. And by intuition, I mean what's for you and what's not for you. What's for me and what's not for me, only I can determine what that is and learn what that is. And that's part of our journey on the planet. So that's what we're focusing on and talking about today. I'd love to hear a story, if you are willing to share, of how listening to your intuition turned out really well or not listening to your intuition turned out badly. I have lots of those badly stories. So if anybody wants to hear those, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I'm not going to share them, because my dad taught me when you do something stupid, don't tell everybody. I'm pretty bad about that. I pretty much tell everybody, but I'm trying not to. All right, if I can help in any way, let me know. Otherwise, go out and make it an amazing day, and I will, of course, be with you here tomorrow.